Okay, so let's take a little look at this strategy here, which is called the two-wave trading strategy. And let's take a little look at the profit target, or where we're trying to shoot for with this intraday trade setup. Now, let me just walk you through what a two-wave is to start with. A two-wave is, you've got your momentum indicators down below. We've got our proprietary storyteller indicator here giving us signals. We've also got our screener finding these trades for us, and this is exactly where I found this setup here today on our trade screener. So what it's all about is that when price makes a new high, so as soon as we start making new highs, we break out of a range here, storyteller gets a high, produces a new high, and then we have a dip, we have a retracement, and then we get a new buy signal. We push above the recent high, but then the storyteller peak is much lower. Now, this strategy was one that was highlighted in my book many years ago for one of my favorite trading strategies. Now, the key for this strategy is I would not want to be making a trade here against this major trend, because I'm actually short the market on a trade here, and it's in a major move up. So the best types of two waves and trade setups or signals here is when the trend is extended, okay, and then we get the two wave setup to revert back to the mean. Now, the profit target on this type of strategy is where it actually broke out from. So you can see this area here, we actually broke out of this area. Now, this is actually quite a small profit target, but some of them, like this one here, is a decent move back down. It's about 20 to 30 points move back. This is the FTSE, by the way, so it's not a big moving market. So the profit target on this one, the objective is to get back to 76.27 on this. Okay. Now, if you take a little look at this one here, it worked very nicely. This one here is a three wave. So this is a two wave right here. This one here is a three, because we got a peak, one, then we got a lower one here, new peak, and then a lower one here, new peak, and a higher high, which is a three wave. Now, three waves are much more profitable and get bigger moves than the two waves, guys. All right, so this is the one. This is a two wave right here, and these are less profitable, the two waves, than the three waves. If you go and have a little look back here, you had a lovely two wave long. Okay, so pushed it nicely into this area, and potentially this might not fit the criteria, but that could well have been a three wave which pushed it higher. Now, if you get a four wave reversal, then that is extremely profitable, and I would certainly up my position size on a four wave reversal, long or short. Now, if you're trading something like the FTSE 100, it's a good idea to maybe have a little look to see where the US market is as well. So I've jumped over to the Dow Jones Industrial Average here. You can see we had a high. We had a high here, so this is a one. We had a new high, and if we push that all the way up there with a vertical line, would say this is the second peak, and we're certainly looking like we want to be going down even further. In fact, this has made the profit target on that two wave very nicely. Now, people will say to me, you know, I think this strategy is part of my portfolio of trade strategies and systems. But people would say to me, well, you're not trading with the trend. And I would sort of argue that, because there's no doubt about it, this has been in a lovely uptrend. But as I said, the markets find tops. Now, if you can see that the market is exhausting, it's getting to an area where there's a major reversal coming, then it's the end of the move. And then we get a downward move on the markets, and so I would say and argue against it that I would certainly, if I had a two wave very close, so let's say, you know, I had the market moved up here and I had a two wave here, I would say that's the start of the move, and I would not want to take that. I want to take 2 and 3 and 4 waves when it's had a big move higher, because unfortunately there are going to be traders that are buying the highs here. Their stops are going to be starting to be taken out, and it fuels that move even further down, guys. All right, so be careful when you're picking tops and bottoms. They work extremely well with these two-wave divergences. However, you've got to realize where you are in the trend, and that helps a lot, because then you realize that buyers are running out and the market could certainly have a reversal. And I would certainly say that if your trade strategy gives you, let's say on average 70% winning trades, I would say the 2 and 3 wave divergence does even more winning trades than that. So it's just another trade strategy, and if you're in the right phase of the trend, then I think you're going to get a very high probability, highly successful and enjoyable trade strategy that's going to build some consistent returns. Hope it helps, guys. Speak to you soon.